Hey guys, welcome back to the second last episode of the Mark Effin Hauer. See how that is kid appropriate right there. And Royal Enfield GT650 build. We've gotten all these amazing panels back from Colour Fuel. You saw that in the last episode. I mean, a little bit of a disclaimer. We did say that we didn't really want a British green in the normal sense of the word, and we sort of did go British green anyway, but we went British green with a whole lot of red, a bit of bronze, and a bit of color in there as well. And once these panels hit the sun, the pop that you get from it is absolutely mind-blowing. So today it's all about starting to put the bike back together. We've already sort of got the headlight in place. We've got some of the mounting and bracketry in place already just to make this a lot easier to film and not to take up too much of the cameraman's time, because time is money. But I think we should start working on this motorbike and putting it back together. And you know what? We've only got 3 days until we take it out to the track, which is going to be our last episode, and figure out if we can go from that 1 minute 20 mark to something closer to the minute 10 with all the modifications that we've done. So let's get cracking. Oh, hey guys, didn't see you. All right guys, as we get closer to the end of this build, obviously we've put the bike back together. It's all coming along pretty swimmingly actually, but we are missing a couple integral parts to this motorcycle. One of them being mirrors and one of them being indicators. Now, these indicators and mirrors are from Motogadget. They are E-marked, so they're perfectly legal to use on any motorcycle, and I'm just gonna show you how bright they are on a 9-volt battery. That's indicators. Nikos, if I just fucked your camera, I apologize. That is brakes, and that is other brakes. So it's obviously got running brakes and big brakes for big boys. Now we're going to install these onto our Sea Racer hub. It does have an integrated tail light, which is cool. We'll just wait for that plane to go past. So it does have an integrated tail light, which is cool. And in a perfect world, I probably would have rather this was completely smooth and we just use the Motogadget stuff. So what I'm gonna do is, it's super difficult when you're doing this because you wanna try and find the flattest surface so that it's parallel to the actual road. And when you start to mount it in angles like this, it looks like Mickey Mouse with two little ears hanging out. So we're gonna try and mount them probably the flattest part of this panel that we could, which is on this edge here. So we're gonna measure them both up, make sure it's consistent, plug them through, and then we should be able to wire this into the current harness with a couple modifications. All right guys, we've marked it up. I've put masking tape on the side and we've marked up with just some little crosses on each side. Now, the reason that we put masking tape on is because we want to break the paint softly. It just keeps it intact and it sort of just protects it if we accidentally stuff up a little bit and maybe miss the drill hole. But in order to try and eliminate that risk as well, we also go a really small drill piece. That way, you know, we're a little bit safer as we try and get in there, and then we'll increase the sizes until we get to the point where we can slide that through, which is probably about I don't know, maybe a 6.5 or a 7. So anyway, let's start drilling in it. It's not the best place to do it. It is our meeting table. I don't want to scratch the paint either, but oh fuck, no, I'm joking. Now we'll increase that size. You might have to speed this stuff up because this could be a very boring video. Nice and clean, no broken paint. Just scratching the meeting table. These things are seriously tiny. Yeah. All right, there we go. Let's move some of these cables away. How tidy is that for a brake light / indicator setup? Absolutely tiny, subtle, and yeah, I think it looks great. Anyway, let's move on to the front cowl. All right, same as we've done on the back cowl, we're gonna do on this front cowl. We've masked it up, we've marked it out. Again, we've chosen the flattest edge that we could find on the fairing so that it doesn't give us that Mickey Mouse weird sort of look. It's just gonna sit nice and straight, and lined it up with this little ditch in here. So it should look tidy once we're done. Anyway. Stepping through the sizes so that we don't damage this. That was a little bit scary, not gonna lie. So I thought I was gonna hit the tank just then. Too much power. And let's magically pull it off and see how badly we've ruined it. Or with a little bit of luck. Oh wait, that's fine. That's fine. Win. Win. All right, I'm not gonna bore you through the actual wiring of it all, but let's just see how these indicators look once they're on the fairing. Yeah, that's plenty bright enough for something that's so small. That looks awesome. Ooh, ET phone. I'm such a loser. And lucky last piece, the seat from C Racer, which is straight bolt on. All right guys, there it is. It's all back together. It was all pretty straightforward. These are bolt on parts. You know, there's a little bit of wiggle room to play with on each of the bolts, and so it worked out pretty well. Probably still have a little bit more aligning to do, but in theory, she's ready for our Moto DNA day, where we're gonna get a bit more coaching and push this to its limits and see if we can bring that time down to 110. Looking forward to it. Stick around for the journey. Next episode is at Eastern Creek, and check out all the previous videos if you haven't had a chance to catch up. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you.